Welcome back, everyone, once again to another episode of the Student Life podcast, where learning and unlearning has no limits. I'm your host, Stretch, and I'm here with my co-host once again,
Shan.
And today we got some special guests in the building. We got my younger brother, DJ Brad, in the house.
Returning.
Yeah, and we got Juxxy Fiyah in the building. Yes, sir.
Wagwan.
I think he's that camera over there.
Yeah.
In it. Okay.
So today's episode is going to be very interesting. We're going to do some relationship talk. But before we get into that, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and share with everybody in the family. So it's for the whole family. Everybody could watch. Everybody could tune in. It's clean, nice, educational content. Okay? So we usually ask all our guests this question, but Brad already answered that question maybe like twice already. What, Juxxy? I'm going to ask you the question. When you hear the name Student to Life, what first came to mind when you heard that?
Woman. Let me hear Brad answer.
Yes. So you want to hear my answer?
Woman.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's true.
So when you hear student to life.
So student to life to me is like the life lessons, like what you've been through, what you learned growing up, stuff like that. That's basically what it is. So whatever you learn during your lifetime, it could be bad, it could be good, it could be whatever it is. It's just
You're a student.
life lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing I said.
All right.
All right, cool. So Juxxy, Brad has been here before, but it's probably your first time here.
Yeah, it's my
So
first time.
just to learn a little bit about you, what you do, how long you've been doing it.
Well, I'm one of Florida's top DJs.
Okay.
Thanks.
One of them.
Yeah, okay.
You guys are one of them also. You don't know. I do music. I love the music. I'm a DJ and I'm also a father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the most important thing.
And you've been doing this how long? Because you have gray years now. So I've asked.
Which one? The father life or the music?
Music life.
Oh, yeah. I was born into it.
Born into it.
Yeah, I love
it. So I think I asked you before if you were born here or Jamaica.
Here.
Say a Yankee.
Full blown. Jamaica. Yankee.
How were you born into it? How was that pivotal point of your life? Like?
My dad is a mechanic. So that's where I like cars and stuff. But my uncle, he does music. And he lives right next door. So my dad wanted me to be a mechanic.
Okay.
But I'm always at my uncle's house. So that's how I know how to recone speakers, hook it up, microphone, everything.
Was he a DJ too? Your uncle?
Not really. He was more of an engineer and a sound man. He built it.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
So what if it wasn't music? If it wasn't DJing, what would it be?
I was supposed to be a welder.
Can you actually do it?
Yeah, I went to school for it and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, jack of all trades.
Huh?
Jack of all trades.
Jack for all trades.
Right.
Sounds like
So originally supposed to be a welder. I know how to do mechanic, but music take over.
When did you say, okay, this is what I want to do, like actually get into the field of DJ?
Carnival. Never forget it. I knew it. I love music. I know how to do it. Everything. But one year I went to Carnival and the microphone accidentally fell in my hands. And I realized as a little boy, I was controlling the whole crowd. Whatever I tell them to do, they do.
Miami Carnival?
Miami Carnival.
How old were you?
I was sneaking out probably like, what, 13, 14?
Okay. Yeah. Going to Carnival at 14.
Sneaking out, yeah. Yeah, man.
That's
Sneak
nice.
out, yeah.
Okay, so now that we got to know a little bit about you, let's get into the topic that we got going on today. So everybody, could jump in on. So Shan, you wanna, it's your thing, so you wanna jump in on it and let us know what we're talking about today.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about heartbreak, but we're going to incorporate some other things in there, including, domestic violence and those things. So I do want to say before we start, this is not to offend anybody or trigger anybody, just in case the conversation does get a little bit too deep, because I know that this is something very personal for a lot of people. But we're going to still have fun with it the best way we can.
Right.
So yeah, we're going to talk about heartbreak and men.
Mm-hmm.
You men coping with heartbreak, right?
Oh.
Especially Jamaican men. Island men.
I mean, it's any man. It's just in a different language at the end of the day. But
Why y'all look at this? Get ready, I
Jamaican
think
man. Well, I got to be Jamaican man. What's
because
up?
y'all the worst ones. We stop.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I love you guys. I love you.
but I feel like people like for men we deal with it completely different because we don't show as much
Emotion.
emotion as a woman. You know, it's not healthy though to deal with it the way most of us do, but that is the go-to for a lot of us to go out, distract ourselves. You know, some men actually you take that heartbreak and turn it into something that's like violence. Like, you know, a man and woman they just broke up,
Yeah.
and as soon as you step out of your house, somebody bad drive you, and now you're pulling out your gun trying to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
So I feel like bottling that hurt up inside doesn't help at all.
Right.
But it's just the way it is because we as black men haven't been taught how to really fully express ourselves when it comes to our emotions. It's seen as soft. You know what I'm saying? And this generation knows trying to do that, but in us as Jamaican men still see it as, yo, what kind of cry I cry type of thing. You get what I'm saying? So showing emotion is not the usual.
Right.
for us.
So the first thing that I do want to touch on is because naturally when you say heartbreak, you're gonna think of relationship,
Right.
But in this case, I do want to talk about relationship, but I first want to talk about heartbreak outside of relationship. So it could be heartbreak from maybe a family member, a parent, maybe a mom left or whatever. It could be heartbreak from, just anything else outside of a relationship. So
I think they always say your first heartbreak always comes from either parent.
right.
That's what they
That-
always
that-
say.
yeah.
Your first real heartbreak. And it doesn't have to be them leaving. It doesn't have to be any of that. It could be you just basically disagreeing with them.
Yeah, or just your upbringing. If they
Yeah,
wasn't good to you, if they didn't treat you right,
Right.
if you were neglected, and it doesn't have to be physically neglected. It
Right.
could be emotionally neglected.
Because those are the two people I would say you care about the most, which
Right.
is your parents, your mom or your dad.
Right.
So they have the power. The person who has the most power to hurt you is the person you care about the most.
Okay, so my question for you guys is: have y'all experienced heartbreak in any form outside of a relationship growing up that you can remember?
Nah, only relationship.
Only relationship?
Yeah, we never experienced no heartbreak outside life.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yes. No.
I can't remember.
Okay.
I mean, if the mids of me remember, I'll tell you. But right now,
Maybe it's the way I was raised. You feel me? So certain things don't bother me because I'm very understanding. You feel me? So
facts.
never had a heartbreak out the relationship. In the relationship, yes.
When you say the way you were raised, how were you raised?
Both parents
Yeah, both parents separated, but
still was a dynamic
still,
there.
you know what I'm saying? And it was humble. It was more understanding because growing up in Jamaica, didn't have much, so I didn't cry for much.
Right.
Whatever was in my possession, I made fun with it. Didn't have no PlayStation, wasn't no this, wasn't no that. Made our own toys.
So,
saying?
but were your parents together when
Nah.
they'd never been together?
Oh, before me?
Yeah.
Yes.
They were together, but did you see that breakup happen? Because sometimes that has an effect on a person. Like, how would you feel when you saw that?
Like, did you see them
separation?
Like, were you, yeah.
I didn't see the breakup happen. My mom came to America and never came back.
And you being away from your dad didn't have any long lasting effects as far as hurt you in any way, because I mean, if your dad was around, maybe you wouldn't gotten in certain trouble or whatever the case may be.
Nah. No.
Because he was still being a dad from all
Still
the way.
being a dad. No matter where me there, we still being a dad. My mom was still being a mom no matter where I'm at. Or where she at.
So they always poured love into you.
Right there.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
So when was the first heartbreak?
Romantic.
All right.
That was so far back.
Yeah, man, we get a couple of them.
I like that. I like your authenticity.
we get a couple of them. And I can't call names.
Yeah,
No,
but
you
the
don't
first
have to.
with the first
Of course
one,
not. Yeah, like, what
the
was the
first
first one?
experience, like what caused that
If I had
first
that
heartbreak?
rum, I would have called names. But fortunately, I was rushing.
You're right.
But the first, I remember the first one like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High school,
Middle school.
middle school.
Yeah. Middle school.
So what caused that though?
Told me she was coming to the house and went to my boy house.
Oh shoot.
Like
rough.
man, we can still
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, are wicked.
Yeah.
So that first one, how did you deal with that?
Violence.
As a young youth,
Violence.
as far as just fighting.
Fighting.
It's very refreshing. So guys, today's sponsorship is sponsored by Nebula 9, made with real vodka and real fruit. Okay, this is amazing. It is an amazing summertime drink. You guys must try it. Pop it in your cooler, pop it in the freezer, whatever you need to do. It's the best when it's chilled. Okay, so definitely try it at your closest liquor store. It's amazing. All right, bye.
Yeah.
What that
Because I felt that. Remember, when you were younger, you don't think you rule everything. You feel me? So feel like I got disrespected.
right.
The girl away I do.
Right.
No.
Did you-
what-
Your
Right,
ego,
right.
your ego is hurt.
Ego. Yeah. Ego
Did you
got-
fight your friend?
Facts.
after?
Yeah.
So after you find out that's what happened, you and your friend got into it.
Me and her got into it first
Okay.
because she showed no remorse. Now that's what I was looking for.
Okay.
You showed more of an excuse and told me everything else except why you did it. So you made it like it was my
So it's a
fault.
blame game to start for
There
it.
you go.
Right. So how, like, when it comes to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the person start to point fingers, saying it's probably your fault or whatever the case may be, and then it's like she haven't given you a reason.
Yeah.
You have no closure basically.
No closure, so it's frustrated.
That's it's straight frustration.
Straight frustration. Because you do so much to try to keep it, to try to make her happy, and she still go out the box.
So you feel like you played a part. Like, I mean, it's middle school still, but if you played a part, you know.
Oh yeah, I did.
Let's take responsibility for your
No,
part.
you have
tonight.
to. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I played a part because I wasn't around as much. I was always gone.
I don't think that's a reason though.
That's her reason.
I don't think so. Because
I think at that age, though, you don't really dissect the reasoning to,
to that
fault,
extent.
that much.
Yeah.
I think it's
Exactly.
more so of like surface level, and when you think about it, it's like, okay, he wasn't here and XYZ was there, whatever. Like
But
they're not trying to say, oh, let me talk to him about it.
Right.
Let's see what's going on. Like we're not thinking that way in middle school.
What about you, Brad?
Huh?
First one.
Snap. Well, I think I was in high school. Yeah. That hurt. But I didn't do all that. I didn't fight nobody. I just took it.
Oh, so you make me look bad.
No, I didn't. No, it's not to look bad. I'm not a fighter, though. I'm never a fighter. So
Well, what caused that to happen though?
Well, she had another boyfriend.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you didn't know?
I didn't know. Because we went to separate schools at the time. So I was like, all right, cool. Now I'm looking girlfriend. He said, yeah, it felt good. But the other boyfriend took over right in front of me, dog.
Mad.
I was like, man, I'm just going to take this and we just move on, dog.
So there's this thing.
I got my lick back, though. But, man.
No, we're Pisces.
Yeah. so, you know what I mean? But at that time, it was, I was young. I was like about 13, 14.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna hold it for a little bit
Why are you gonna hold it?
Say-
because I want to wait until the conversation goes. Okay, I'm gonna say it. So typically, there's this thing like when women can deal with heartbreak better than men.
No, of course.
No,
The-
me not feel so.
No.
Me not feel so.
The reason why I say yes because women will push their emotions out. Like they won't hold it back. Us,
All right.
we'll probably get angry. And
Probably in a way that
Yeah.
you might be right
Yeah.
because for a heartbreak, the thing's more secretive.
right.
I want to get on a lick back more quiet. So if you call that angling it better, I don't.
I think it's because you show the emotion. Yeah, that is it.
What you was about to say?
You say we get our lick back better.
Yeah, of course.
I
of
mean,
course.
but
Yeah,
when
y'all-
but I'm saying like after a heartbreak, typically a woman is not gonna stay in the relationship. So what is
Nah,
that?
she'll stay,
Well,
but she'll check out.
well,
she'll
yeah.
stay.
There's some women.
You sure
check
you
out,
wanna
some
say that?
women say, no, okay, I'm talking for the masses,
Okay.
right? Like,
Because the mass of women stay in relationships that they've been hurt like multiple times.
yeah, and some women, you're saying that they go back behind the men's back. and do
No,
what
they
gotta
get
do.
they get their look back, but
Yeah, them
they
get them
stay.
lick back. And it happen again. 'Cause
Yeah.
most women in a relationship will get them out, bro.
Okay, so my question is, if you hurt a woman and she's distraught and she still stays, do you now look at her like, let me watch her closely now because I feel like she's gonna do this to me?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm
No,
I'm
me,
different.
But this is where it gets toxic.
I'm
Oh
different.
yeah, no.
Healthy.
See,
I'm different. You gotta go.
yeah, right.
No, depends. Me I go watch it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Me I go watch it.
I like your.
No,
Nah, I'm
But,
gonna
alright.
separate because that's
watch
gonna
it
be hurt.
because-
That's gonna hurt both of us. I don't want to do that.
Kinda, yeah, but alright, let me show you something. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, and if it's not going the way it's supposed to go, then I'm gonna leave it.
Because you're gonna feel an energy shift.
Yeah, I feel it. Energy.
Yeah, yeah. That
You
makes
understand?
sense.
And then I'm gonna watch it again in a different way because sometimes she can just trick you to lower your standards and just get by lick back the way they do and turn the table back on you. So
Just
you
to
have
hurt you.
just for hurt your back. So you have to be careful and watch it. So Brad is kind of right. So him just leave it alone, but me love the challenge.
Yeah.
So me I gotta stay there
I don't
and watch
like-
it, and then
I don't like challenges.
other than a challenge, if me love you, I gotta stay.
So I'm
and
gonna
watch
say
it.
if you're invested in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
me I gotta watch it.
Because
I see both sides.
I mean, if you think about it, if I cheat and you find out, I want you to be strong enough to walk away. Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Like,
Should not walk with her. Should not walk with
I
so
would
easy.
prefer that because if you stay, I'm not gonna trust you. Why did you stay?
Yeah.
And I just cheated. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you didn't.
I mean, it depends at the end of the day who the actual person is. You get what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
if you make we sometimes we have to make a mistake for learn. That
true,
we know we have to make mistakes in order to, like, we have to touch the pot to realize that the pot is hot. So sometimes when we make that first mistake and she decides to stay, you probably won't ever do that again. Because for me, the first time I've seen how much I've hurt a woman is like the seeing her hurt was the worst part for me. It wasn't and her leaving. It was more like, damn, I really hurt her. Like, you know, that did
So
feel.
you feel hurt too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So
So that's the reason why me, when I Steve get a chance to try and make it back up, but I'm going to watch it.
yeah, you have to pay attention.
But in the midst of you
attention.
doing that,
Yeah.
it's still pushing her towards her, even if she's not doing anything. So automatically you're gonna push.
Gotta do
No, you're not
No,
gonna make it.
Hold on.
No.
So her insecurity. Remember,
Yeah.
she's gonna be insecure about
Yeah.
you now because you cheated. So she's gonna be watching you heavy.
Yeah.
So this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna start pushing off. Her insecurity is gonna rub off on you. So you're gonna start doing the same shit because you're like, why you pushing me? That means you're doing something too.
But
You know what I'm
I
saying?
understand why.
Yeah.
Because I
Right.
know what I did.
But
So
remember, I
I'm
know.
going to just tone it down, be relaxed.
Yeah.
You can't make she know what you are doing.
Right, because remember, I know after you get caught that first time, you have like a year of hearing about that. You're not gonna escape. Yeah,
Can't answer question.
longer than that.
Yeah.
Can't answer question.
Yeah.
So if she cheat back on you, you'll stay with her?
no,
Yeah, I don't think
Because-
man has
because it's not the same.
The brain capacity.
it's not the same.
You don't feel so?
A woman have to really check out for actually cheat, or not only check out, but she's gonna be emotionally invested with
Right.
the
A woman
man
cheat
when
with
she
the
decides to
person.
cheat on you.
But you have women out there that cheat via lick back.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Remember
do.
that.
You don't.
Right.
A woman
Just remember
don't,
that.
A woman don't have to be emotionally invested to have
What?
sex with somebody.
She'll
The
cheat for
woman
lick
back in the days.
No. I'm talking about
The
overall.
woman's back in the days. cheat
Even
with
now,
emotions.
no. I'm saying you have
Now?
to, no,
Yeah, them do it. They do
no,
it
all
now.
right. It's a difference with getting a lick back and actually
cheating.
cheating.
Okay.
When a woman is cheating,
You ever had a one night stand?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's your emotions?
No, but
them not
men
cheat
are
on
different.
somebody.
But men are different though. Men are different from women.
No, what he's asking if
What
the
I'm saying-
woman, with the woman side of it, if
When the woman died.
Oh,
You ever had a one night stand?
I don't know. It's a one.
Ask
You're not
second,
gonna know that.
yeah, but there's no feelings behind it.
She sexy with emotion?
No, but
Alright then.
okay. So let me
Alright
say
then.
this. Let me say this though.
Woman different.
All
girl.
right. So when you have
Yeah.
girls out there that would actually, it's a good woman. They're good
Yeah.
people, but they just had to get their lick back.
Yeah.
And them just like you,
But it's not with emotion.
but they can like you,
Yeah.
but from a distance.
Okay.
But because now that they need to get their lick back,
Yeah.
the person that they like is who they're gonna go to get their lick back,
Yeah.
and then they just ghost you after that.
No, not really.
No,
'Cause
it
you might
happens.
be an asshole.
Well, probably that. Too.
Yeah,
Like you on the Instagram.
Yeah.
But
You look
probably
good.
that too.
Now I meet you.
Yeah.
Oh, that I should have stayed where I was
Right.
at.
And sometimes she turn her mind against the person.
I know emotion. Them wicked. I will tell you if you know. It's not emotion. Them days are over with.
Yeah, but
Mama and Papa,
Okay.
it's not the same though.
Them
Like I
days
said,
is
it can't be the same.
Woman
it cannot
do
be the same. For me,
like we know.
So what you're saying is the new generation.
The new generation. Crazy. What?
yeah, man.
The new generation, women. This has been the,
Anything
this has been in the
anything
rule
born in a
book.
2000
Nah, but it
no
was
good.
different back
This
then.
generation of women is different.
Anything
Way
born in 2000, no good. When you have woman.
I have aunties, I have clients in bigger ages that I know stories from. It's just that they never had the platform to talk about it. They knew how to do their dirt and not say anything about it. That's
Yeah,
just,
but this generation.
This
of women
generation
have
is different. They
access.
want you to know.
They have
oh, you're
access to
saying that
everything.
they would make it known.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
access to everything. So
okay,
now,
okay.
everything is being out there. It's not like somebody's hiding, saying, I'm doing this or doing that or doing that. Nah, they're not
And
hiding.
you hear
anything.
what you just said? They've been doing their dirt.
Right.
Yeah, women. That's just like y'all. It's like this is just a circle of life.
It
you know,
is.
so it's like
Yeah,
It
but
happens.
Juxxy, to answer your question, no, I cannot take her back after that.
Why?
Because yeah.
I feel like I could.
Me
I-
do it already.
I feel the reason why I've said I feel like
hold
I
on,
could.
hold on.
If you get there.
If it's a cheat back situation, no.
No, this is the reason why I say I think I could. All right. For instance, if a woman cheat on me and I find out, and you're lying to me, then no, we cannot stay
There
together.
you go.
If you cheat on me and I'm like, bro, we can't hold the reason here, and you tell me the honest truth, and you go through, you gave me closure based on why you cheated. So it could be my fault why you cheated.
There you go.
Because one thing is the worst part about us being men. Sometimes we don't admit that, yeah, we messed up on a lot of things. You feel me? So if it's a conversation where you can have and be like, yo, she cheated because of that, it means I was doing something wrong.
okay. So that
You have to-
communication, that having
Yeah.
that strong communication with your
As long as
partner
you're
can
not
help
lying.
it.
Yeah, but if
Good.
you lie to me and I know that you're lying,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
I'm gone. I'm
The
done.
cheat back part is what you asked about. If she cheat,
Stretch is like,
Yeah.
no.
So the look
Not
back.
me.
So the look back. I mean,
Remember, all right. The best apologies change behavior. Always
There you
remember
go.
that. So if I cheat on you and you decide to take me back and you realize that I'm making the necessary changes to make sure that never happens again, you understand what I'm saying? Now you can actually get back to the point now where you're past it. You get what I'm saying?
No, they're
No,
never
if you still see that if it's the same person out after the fact that you take me back, now you understand that that's probably gonna happen again. So if you realize that Samia changed and you decide to get your lick back same way,
okay, so let me ask you a question. So what if, all right, she found out you cheated, right? And y'all stopped talking for like a few days, and she went and got a lick back. Well, that's basically still getting a lick back.
that
What,
don't
is that
count.
the
It's
same
not-
stop
thing?
talking or end the relationship
Well, I mean, a woman gonna get mad without having a conversation. She gonna do whatever she wanna do.
or going to
For a
break.
few days. Like a few days, she probably gonna go silent because she cheated. She don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? What if she go and do something then? How does that? How you put that?
I think that's a bit different.
I think it comes with growth, and then it's like, but
That's
you
right.
know,
Understand. Go on.
it
So-
comes
so
with,
let
it
me-
comes with
no,
growth.
Okay,
you know.
I'm gonna tell you what he's saying. So basically,
Stop
he's saying that, right?
Okay, so
You're-
your girl
you-
cheated.
Yeah.
Wanna stop talk for a few days.
Mhm.
Because I remember, so you cheated. She got mad. She had no feelings. She blocked you. Whatever
Yeah.
the case is, and she went and got a leave
Yeah.
back. Is that
Afterwards, she
considered
decided to come back after.
And then she come back after.
cheating? Yeah, is that cheating or that's
All
just
right.
her? Just,
Me, when you come back, I ain't asking no questions, bro.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
But if you're with me now, this is a total different thing. If we're
all right, if me and you together and you disappear, yeah, just let me know where you at. Because I'm not a stalker.
right.
yeah.
I'm going to call my girl and ask her, yo, you good? Yeah, I ain't asking you too much of where you at and what you're doing because you know what you're doing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So if you go cheat on me, as to what you say earlier, you could explain or give me a vibe for me to sit back and look like, damn, fuck.
Now, my question is, will that break your heart?
What?
Will it break your heart if
what-
you
which
do
situation?
find out that she went back?
Of
and,
course.
Yeah.
I'm human.
Okay.
It's going to hurt.
But
But
a
then-
conversation is
A
necessary.
conversation is going to make me feel better and then know what to do. And then we're going to work it out.
Okay.
We're going to fight through it.
Yeah.
Nothing is perfect.
Right.
Nothing is perfect.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. For me.
Hey.
I like honesty. So if
Yeah,
if
once you
could
tell me
be
the
real
truth-
with me, then
Yeah.
I feel like we could talk. We could get further because you done do something that is extreme. I did something that's extreme. So now
All right.
we have nothing to hide from each other at this point because
Yeah.
we
My
done
first,
did dirt.
this
You feel me?
is my method. Don't do nothing you can't handle. If you can't handle it, don't put it out.
Don't put it out. That's on both people, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move a little further. You guys experience heartbreak in your younger ages. Have you experienced heartbreak as adults?
I was going to ask about the worst one.
I think that
Out of all of them, which one hit the hardest?
Okay, well, give us both of those.
Because in the adult stage is when the heartbreak hit the hardest. I feel like when you're younger,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
puppy love.
Have you experienced like have you experienced it in your adult years, and how
Yeah,
did y'all
man.
cope with that?
I don't think I've had
Nah.
that, because I don't have a lot of relationships, so I can't say I've been in this amount. Because every relationship I've been in, this is so crazy. This is my first time saying this with people that's going. Every relationship I've been in, I'm the one that always walk away from the relationship.
Okay.
Literally every single relationship I've been in.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I just be that way. I just be like, you know what? I think this is it for me. I don't know. So I can't say I've been through heartbreak like that
In your
because I
adult
won't.
years.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that is from coping? That's something because of the middle school thing or high school situation that
I
you're
don't
just like,
know.
I'm never gonna make this happen to me again.
I don't know, because everybody go through trauma. You might not know if it affects you in certain aspect, but it probably is trauma from that. But
Like a trauma response that
right.
you never realized.
Like it's like
You're like, I'm out before it gets worse.
yeah.
I mean, some about you, Juxxy. When it comes to like that adult heartbreak, how different was that, and what was the situation?
All right. Jaja.
Let me get
God,
ready
yo,
for
you
this.
told us some stories, but we can't talk about this.
Yeah. You know I tell some stories and I can't talk, but
Especially one where you walk with your though.
yeah.
Hold on now, you
We're not
teasing,
gonna
you
talk-
teasing
Hey,
now.
talk about it.
Why is he teasing
I
y'all?
gotta remember I ain't sing.
Not the after party.
Oh, you're not single?
No.
So just speak in past
Yeah, I
tense
gotta
and
keep
don't
it
say no
past tense.
names. Yeah.
Not the after party talk. You can.
Yeah.
That's
I'm going.
No, nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. Getting good. All right.
I appreciate you for saying that though.
Yeah. As an adult, I experienced same way, same thing.
But it hit harder though, right?
Yeah, way harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way harder. Because now you're not young anymore. You're much older. Y'all try to second long more. Get what I say? And for find out your girl cheat on, it's like a ballistics, like when me at the wrong.
Right.
You get what I say? So the reason why it hurt the time that is because I stopped cheating, wasn't doing anything.
That's the worst one.
I was tending to you, and you made.
So what did she find out you were cheating before?
Before that, yeah, she didn't find out I was cheating before that, but I stopped. Same thing we did earlier. I stopped doing everything. But then somebody told her something. And one thing I know in life, miscommunication is a bitch.
Yeah.
So it was a miscommunication where she thought I was somewhere else. Yeah, I wasn't. And then she went in a relapse, thinking I was doing it all over again with the same person. Because the person that I was with, I was not supposed to be with that person, but it was business. And somebody was passing. So for instance now, I didn't tell her that. I'll be like, I'm going to the broadcast. I'm not telling her I'm gonna go link that person, because she would
That would
have
cause a
trusted.
problem.
Right.
So I'm just trying to go do this and come back. But somebody who knew her and the situation was there,
Oh.
and I didn't see the person. So I'm on business. By the time I get back home, it's war. Thought you was going to the podcast, but you're with such and such. I was like, damn. So the look on my face was like, yeah, you was. And she left for like a week. So it's not only her cheating made me feel bad, it was me like, damn, I should have just told her the damn truth and just let her know. So if somebody called her and be like, yo, I seen him with such and such, you would have been like, yeah, I know his dirty ass went with her, rah, 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 but she would have known. You get what I'm
Should have
saying?
been like, oh, I know.
Yeah.
Nah, she wouldn't say it so smooth because you don't want me around the person anyway, so she would have been cussing me out to whoever she's talking to on the phone. Like, yeah, I know his dirty ass when they go see her. You get what I'm saying? But I never told her. So she was hurt, I was hurt, and then she did some dumb crap. Get what I'm saying? Thinking I will never stop seeing this girl, because now you're telling me that you're doing business with her.
Even worse.
That made it worse, but that was the connect to what I was doing. That's the only way I could have get in. And she wasn't trying to hear it. No matter how much I was telling her that, yo.
And that pushed her to go.
Pushed her, so it hurted more because I was doing the right thing. You get what I'm
I
saying?
think that's one of the worst ones though, when you
Worst.
actually change
So,
everything.
Let me ask: do you think if you had sat her down and have that like a real like, yo, it's a conversation like, yo, this person I'm gonna do business with him.
She ain't gonna
She didn't want to
with
hear that.
person.
Yeah,
Not
she didn't want
with
to
her.
hear that. The person who she catches you with?
Yeah, because
Hell
that
no.
was somebody
Yeah.
that I used to
Yeah.
be with.
Yeah.
And I was
She's
in
gonna be
love with.
uncomfortable.
That was her competition
Oh,
at
okay,
one
okay,
point.
okay. Yeah,
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was like a somebody who was actually.
Yeah, that was somebody I was with. That was a competition.
So how did you deal with that though? Like finding out that she cheated and all that stuff.
Rough, because what I wanted to do, I couldn't do because it was my fault. Because then I'm more beat up myself.
Right.
Walls was coming in because it's really my fault. Like, damn, if I would have just said something, I'm finna go have this conversation. I know you're gonna be mad, but I'm going over here to go do this right quick.
So let me ask: is there like a method, like where a go-to thing, other than, I mean, we go to alcohol, of course, we go to partying, we go to multiple women, enough how we do it, but outside of that, I mean, did you do any of that stuff, by the way?
What do you mean?
That like you drinking,
Yeah.
like you go parties just to
Yeah.
distract yourself, multiple women to distract yourself, stuff like that.
Bike and car and the music.
Right.
That's me. So when me and you arguing, any little thing, I jump on my bike.
Okay.
Oh, that's so scary.
It is. But
And I
that
mean-
rush, by the time I get back home, and that's how I started to deal with it. Less fight. By the time I get back home, my head is clear. I go play some music, my head is clear. Because I get to understand, slapping a woman and walking away and don't answer hurts more than slapping a woman.
Right.
I never knew that when I was young.
Especially if you don't answer.
Don't answer, I'm gone. So
Worse.
that's how I start angry now. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Repeat that for me one more time.
Which
Say
part?
it. Jamaican language or American? Which one?
The American lingo.
To me,
Okay.
slapping a woman,
You mean like physically?
physically slapping the shit out of her.
Okay.
To me, walking away, just ignore, don't answer, don't give a fuck, hurts more than slapping her.
Oh, okay. You're saying that. Okay.
The
Okay.
silent
You're saying that the violence it doesn't hurt as much as silent treatment.
There you go.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I just wanted you to reiterate that.
But for men, we just gotta learn the methods of dealing with heartbreak, because I mean, I cannot tell you 5 guys that went to therapy. Not
You know
even.
me go?
Huh?
You go?
I've been.
Yeah, me go.
I've been.
I've been saying I want to start, but I ain't get there.
Me go.
Yeah. And I feel like that's gonna be an outlet for not only for Jamaican men but black men in general, because we have to deal with a lot. There's a lot that we have to deal with that we don't speak about, and it's normalized. Like even something as simple as going outside and being harassed by somebody, we're seeing it as it's normal for us. It's a normal struggle for us as a black man to deal with that. And a lot of times when you come home, you don't want to come home to the same struggle that you're facing out there at home, because that's gonna push me if you go find the peace somewhere else.
Yeah, because more time, we have long days, especially when you don't sleep, you tired, and you come home and you hear the same. It'd be like, yo, like I just found myself saying, yo, I'm not okay though. Just
That's
give me
good.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not
That's
okay.
a big leap, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I found myself doing that. I was like, yo, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
So automatically, I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and a lot of times a woman don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she want what she
Like
wants.
instead of saying I'm not in the mood, it's like I'm not okay.
That's when it goes to your discernment on how you choose your woman.
and
So at that time, somebody that person is supposed
That's
to.
where your discernment comes in on how you choose your woman. Because before you make her your woman, you got to see if she can handle. We've spoke about this on the podcast.
Right.
It's how you see how she handles those things. Like when you have long nights or you've been DJing all night. Like when you come home, you're like, listen, I can't.
basically like a test to see,
it's
see
like
if she
how
can
you
really
vet
deal
them.
with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When you
Like,
just meet her.
right?
Yeah,
I'm saying
in the
like
dating stages.
you meet your woman, like your woman now. You met her and whatever. Before you made it official with her,
So
I'm
what
pretty
if-
sure she'd seen your lifestyle before you.
What
Like,
if she do good in the dating stage,
Right.
but when it's
I was just
time
about
to
to
go
say
in the
that.
house and live,
I mean, that's
Different
that's up to you with your judgment. I mean, living with somebody is different from
exactly.
being with.
So it's kind of hard to vet people.
Yeah.
You just gotta. Wing
And
it.
a lot of times, what happens is a lot of times,
Gotta wing it.
I think the biggest problem that we have right now is you break up with somebody today, and by next week you're already back on the train trying to date somebody
No
else.
man.
Yeah.
Right.
No man.
Yeah,
What?
I see men do it.
No,
Some girls don't like to deal with it.
Oh,
they like
wait,
they like
you
to
mean-
be on somebody else.
Right, to distract
oh, you
themselves.
mean to
So
like
distract themselves.
get over it?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
fam
but-
man.
yeah.
All right, let me tell you something. Fam man. Like if you get single, you be like, my dog, I'm outside. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
But a
saying?
lot of- but a lot
it's
of-
not to, like it's not to be with anybody and be partying with anybody. We're just outside our vibes because we're now free to do whatever we want. And sometimes we're free to do whatever we want. We don't do shit.
Depends. Depends on how the heartbreak is.
Well, that's
Right.
Because if she knock you the right way, you ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You're stuck in that house.
Or go be pillar.
Well, it depends on all your.
So you're saying that when
Well, it depends
women,
on how your friends are, though. Because if you got
Yeah,
your friends
depends.
Way,
It ain't
we
depends on no
outside.
friend, brother. The
We
friend
outside.
could be a call you outside, but you mash up.
But the thing is,
And you don't want to go outside, go even go see her with her next man.
but the thing is with that, Juxxy, the thing is with that is,
See that?
You're right.
All right.
You're right.
the thing is with that is, like I said, the healthy ways to deal with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like, that's why enough man turn into crackheads. I've known dudes that never smoked in their life and tried weed after a breakup and no, him can't even let it
No,
go.
all right, listen.
that's not the same thing as a crackhead.
Yes, it is. Because if anything you do for a certain amount of time, you're addicted to that.
So you're alcoholic.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're functioning like
Two way I see.
He knows that's a sensitive topic for
of
me.
course, because you always defend it, but it is what it is.
Wait, so
like,
you were saying that when women experience heartbreak, we just go under the next man? That's what y'all saying?
Yeah, well,
most
That
times.
is a complete
most women
lie.
experience heartbreak every 8 months.
Yeah.
One man just break on her heart.
Not even.
Yeah,
Some-
but it just
So-
it depends on how emotionally invested we are. So like I could say for me that's was matured over time that you don't really put all your eggs in one basket. And I'm not saying that as far as like keep dating other men, but I'm saying when you enter something with a person, me personally, and I know a lot of other women can vouch that you're still cautious, right? So you're saying like 8 months or whatever. Typically, and we spoke about this, I said that I think that's when after 6 to 7 months you should start talking about where the relationship is going.
Okay.
So by the time you hit to that 8 months to a year,
With one man.
that is exactly what I was.
One person.
with the one, if you've been talking to somebody consistently,
Yeah.
but for 6 to 7 months consistently,
All right.
you should be talking about, are we going to be in a relationship? What are we doing? Like, are we just sleeping together? Are we just like, I'm saying like consistently,
Okay.
not like just, we just having sex here and there, but like you're there with them. You're helping her with her car. You're helping her with this. You're with her. She's sleeping over. She's always at your house. It's consistent, right?
Okay.
So 6 to 7 months, she has the right to be like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, am I gonna keep wasting my life with you? Are we gonna make it official? What are we doing? So that's what I mean. Like, it typically women don't get as invested. I don't get as invested, when it comes to trusting to a man to that extent. So let's say I do find out that the man that I've been with, and we've already made it official that he's cheated or whatever. My heart is gonna be broken, and I'm not, because now remember, women, we're receivers. We're more of the nurturing feeling type, right? So those feelings gonna stick with us for a little bit, because typically we can't go out and just jump on the next guy like that so easy.
Yeah, I think you ever speak for yourself on that.
that
That's
was
what-
And no. But
everything you're saying,
that's
you're
what I'm
speaking for
it depends.
yourself.
Now, if
That's
it's a
you.
street girl and she out in the streets and you dealing with a
Nah,
street chick,
no,
that's different.
So if you get your heartbreak, how long you wait before you get in another relationship
Or you start talking to somebody.
or start talking to
dating.
somebody else?
It depends on the deepness of it. So for me, I think a good 3 to 4 months before I can say, okay, I want to actually start talking
Alright,
to
so
somebody
stop right
seriously.
there. So you just got your heart broke, right? So 3 to 4 months, you're gonna talk to somebody else.
No, I'm gonna be in my space because for me, I have to release that
Okay.
because I'm gonna bring that to the next
So how
relationship.
long would you take to talk to somebody else?
After a heartbreak?
Yeah.
Yeah, after about 3 to 4 months, I will want to say, okay, now I want to date. I want to be back out in the streets. I want to date now. I want to be.
Okay, so how do
And
you
how
feel
long?
time?
And how long after that you think you might fall in love with the person?
Well, it depends on if I find a connection and we're
You find it.
consistent.
So let's say you find a connection. Let's say it's a connected guy. Within the next 3 or 4 months, that's somebody else you fall in love with again, right?
Not necessarily fall in love.
Not necessarily fall in love, but like
Feelings.
feelings again, right?
Yeah, but that's not all the time because, okay, so I can experience heartbreak and then let's say I experience heartbreak in March. By the summertime, I'm outside, right?
Yeah.
I can meet people. I can get to know people.
All right.
It's going to take me a while to say I'm going to lock in with somebody because of, one, what I've been through, and two.
So what if the vibes is right? Right. So after 4 months, you meet somebody else.
Yeah, but
Or even
His
earlier than
vibes,
that.
his vibes as the perfect vibes we all look for.
Or even earlier than that. Earlier than even 3 months.
No, me I give her fear time.
Right.
Yeah.
No, take your time for that.
So you're saying that if his vibes is good,
Yeah, within the next three to 4 months.
after I meet him, within the next 3
You meet somebody
You
in
meet
that
somebody
time that
new.
you're taking your time.
Yeah, but vibes can be good for a month, and then the person becomes an asshole after that.
That is not the question, though. The question is what happens.
Right.
if you meet the person, you say you take 3 months to recover.
So I move very slowly as far as like trying to figure out the next level as far as being consistent. So that's why I said
Okay,
6 to 7
So question.
months.
So question. Because one thing we cannot fake is chemistry. No matter what it is, you cannot fake that. So let's say you go out, you meet somebody, you automatically click like that, right? Is it the fact that you're going to date other people, or you're going to date and keep dating this one person because you guys click so much?
I think it's just how you feel in the moment. Sometimes I want to keep dating other people, and I will let that be known that I'm just not in the space or mindset to get serious with anybody or to be too consistent with you. But it just depends on the person.
I'm gonna tell you why your method is.
Well, my method is my method. So
Your
don't
method
tell
is
me
your
mine.
method. Your method
Yeah.
is different. Not only that, you're putting a time limit on your healing process.
No,
Hold on,
I'm-
wait.
no way to
Because
do
he asked you 3 times. 3 times he asked you. How long? He asked you 3 times. How long is the recovery process for
Right.
you after a breakup,
said
after
3
a
to 4
heartbreak?
months.
You said 3 to 4 months,
Yeah.
right? There's no time limit on something like that.
Right, but I'm just saying ballpark. Like
Hold
it's
on, like that's what I'm saying.
what I've experienced.
But remember, you put a time limit on it is saying that after this time, it's okay to
Right.
go back out there. 3 to 4 months. That is
Right.
your angina.
Right.
If after 3 to 4 months comes, you don't even know if you're healed fully as yet.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
but I know that I'm in a space
You
to where
do
I'm
not, because
depressed
I'm gonna
on that
tell you
past
why.
relationship.
It can be a month, it can be 2 months, it can be 3, 4, 5. But your answer should from me,
Is when
I'm
I'm
saying
healed.
your
When I
answer should
feel
be
like
when
I'm
I'm
ready.
healed or when I feel like I'm over that old
That's what I'm
situation.
saying. Yeah.
But you're not understanding. You put a time on it.
I'm talking
Hold
about
on,
my
wait.
past
I'm
experience.
saying that to say that the point I'm trying to make is a lot of people don't heal first. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, that's
But-
I
but-
know. And I was
but
saying that some women
that-
just
but-
automatically go to the next guy.
Right.
So next question.
Right,
And
right. But I was talking about my experience.
Okay,
That's-
so
we
let
have-
me
that's
ask
the
this.
thing, though.
Let me ask
Okay.
this. Okay, so let's say you spend the 3-4 months, right? And you took the time, you did the work, and you felt like the 3 to 4 months, I'm ready to go back outside. Is it has ever happened that you spent the time and did the work, you ran into the person that hurt you, and then you felt hurt all over again?
Like repeat the cycle.
No,
No, you're not.
You break
you're not
up
with
in
that person.
But
just-
you saw him out.
You
You
just
just
see
saw the person.
you run into it.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
No,
It's good.
Yeah, you never really loved that person.
nah.
Then.
Then you never really.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I? I'm not going to. A part of healing is kind of deading stuff that's no longer serving you. You
I
know?
understand, but
So,
all right. Let me.
If you see somebody living their life after whatever happened, you have to be like, well, the person's living their life. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh my God, I'm hurt again. So
So no
Like-
memories, no
No,
nothing.
nothing. Because
Well,
when you
that's
see that person,
natural,
you
but
gonna
are you-
automatically
but are
get
you gonna
into a
sit there?
vibe. You're gonna automatically
right,
get into a
you
mood.
that's completely natural.
But that's
But
not what
that's
we're
what-
When you
asking.
said.
sit there, what I'm saying is that you can see somebody, your ex or whatever, but are you going to sit in that space and be like, oh my God, I'm not ready, let me go back in?
No, that's
No,
not
no,
what
that's
we're
not what I'm
asking.
saying. I'm saying you still gonna feel what you felt because now you're seeing that person. If you see that person a lot, then it's kind of easy to be like, all right, cool, I see you so much.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, typically it's out of sight, out of mind, and I normally don't see that person as much anymore.
No,
So-
but basically what that goes back to the point I'm making. So for a lot of people, they put a time limit on
Yeah, it's not-
when they're gonna be back outside. It shouldn't be that way because there's
Well, I don't necessarily put a time limit. I just know that has been what
right, and I'm
the longest
saying,
it's taken me.
and back to Juxxy's point, every one of these heartbreaks are different because
Yeah.
you can break up from a person and in a month you're like back to normal. You're back to
Yeah, some
being
people,
you.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes take out a year and you're still trying to recover from this, especially as men because we haven't fully dealt with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So going through a heartbreak and doing it the wrong way where you're drinking, smoking, you're partying, like after this party you go home and it's like the heartbreak hit.
Mm-hmm.
And well, that's what happens most of the time. When the liquor wears off, all this wears off, it hits.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So dealing with it the right way was what I would encourage a lot of people to do. Like for me, every heartbreak I've ever went through, I feel like my life got better after that because it's like I put my energy into
something
bettering
Something new,
myself.
something better.
Right.
Move forward.
So I dealt with it the right way. You know. So I felt like if you should put the energy that Juxxy from middle school then was fighting and doing certain things, you put the energy into bettering yourself. You know, now you're in the process of getting over all of that. you're bettering yourself in that process. So that's actually speeds up
Let me show
the
you.
healing process for you.
Most of the drinking and smoking and the vibes come from she was fed up, so she walked out. So you mush up now because you know you can't get her back.
Right.
You know, your fault. Absolutely 100% your fault. So that's when you see most brothers go out and drink, smoke, and do the most reckless.
Yeah, when
Right.
they
kill self.
when they take the blame, like
Because
when
you
you're like,
take the blame.
"Oh, my fault."
Right.
But
You know
when
what I'm
when you
saying?
know that it's
You
like,
know it's not me,
yeah, when
It's
you
a
say
different
like, it's not
you
my
gonna
fault,
feel some type of way, but
but you're
look
gonna be
here,
like, hey, guess what?
it is what it is.
It is what it is. You do what you did. I get it.
I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna have a glitch.
But
Damn. But
yeah, that's it.
And
I hate that.
when Stretch was saying, you know, you put the energy somewhere else. The reason why I said I sit there, I sit in my healing process. You know, obviously my life has to still go on. I still have to work. I still have to be a mom. I still have to do stuff outside of this relationship pertaining to my life. But I think that me not sitting, for me personally, and maybe other people may feel the same way, me not sitting in this space and analyzing what I need to analyze and dealing with it there and just saying, okay, I'm going to put it somewhere else. I think when the next relationship comes around, a lot of that past stuff will resurface. So if am I making sense? So
Yeah, that
that's,
makes sense.
I don't know if I'm making sense. Am I making sense?
Yeah, because I mean, as soon as you see, like, all right, let's say for instance, you had a girlfriend, you had a heartbreak or whatever the case is, you gonna remember
what you do?
how somebody was.
Right.
So for instance, you see a certain way with somebody, especially if she cheated on you.
Right.
You see a certain movement, you're gonna be like,
And you didn't deal with that the right way.
yeah,
right.
you're like, yeah.
So is that-
So it goes like you say, I'm gonna be like a lot of people say, I'm not dating no more. I'm gonna be single, whatever,
But it
whatever.
should.
But
to
that's
me,
a trauma though.
That's what I'm saying. I have to
Church said
deal
it.
with that trauma.
That is a trauma.
One
And
heartbreak
not
should
just-
fix the next.
Right.
If it fix you, put it away there.
Right.
Especially if
Once
it's
me
your
get a heartbreak,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fix myself that made that mistake
Right.
and try not to do it with a new person.
So,
Right.
One heartbreak should make you better
for the
man
next
for the next
person,
yeah.
right? And not use it against that next person because of what you've been
But
through in the past.
sometime though, if that person is bringing you down that same pattern, it's gonna
Yeah.
mess you up.
You're gonna mess you up because you gonna see it.
That brings
You're gonna
me,
be like, I've seen
So
I've seen
however
this
you
before.
go, it's messed up.
that brings me to
Once
the
you
next,
see those patterns, you're gonna be like, whoa.
Yeah.
that brings me to the next question. Basically, so you know, now that we experienced the heartbreak, right, and you meet somebody else, now you're trying to avoid going through that again. What are things you're doing? Like, are you correcting everything from the old relationship? Because sometimes, even when you're not wrong in there, sometimes you have to still take your responsibilities in it, you know, because sometimes a woman cheats and she's like, oh, it's because you're working all the time. There's nothing wrong with that because you pay for your lifestyle most of the time. You're paying for that lifestyle that she wants to live because you're a provider. You get what I'm saying? And she's using that as an excuse to say, this is why I did what I did. You get me? But do you go into the new relationship not working as much to avoid that happening?
All right. I'm gonna still go in a relationship working just as hard because one thing, I can't make the old break the new.
Right.
But it comes back to the same thing, that pattern. I'm scared of that pattern.
Right.
Once I start seeing that same pattern,
You're just gonna be like,
I'm gonna be like this, and that could hurt me.
yeah.
Because now I'm going like this, and she was like, why is he breaking up?
Right.
Why he's not going full speed? Not knowing that you probably said something
Or
that
did something that triggered.
that trigger off something. So it's fun.
But don't that really take a conversation? Like, just to say it, like, you know, my ex used to do. It's not like to say to blame them, but it's just like,
But then she
my
might
ex
take
used
it
to
wrong.
complain about stuff like this, and
A lot of times
She
they
might
do.
take it wrong.
So but
You're
that's,
thinking about your ex, or don't compare me to her,
yeah,
and don't understand.
I don't think you got to necessarily use the words of my ex. You could just say, you know, past
like
past
relationships or whatever.
This is
yeah.
what I had to deal with. And then I think that also you can learn to make those adjustments because you're not going to change your career. Like for me, like if I'm doing hair all day on a Saturday or Friday night and I can't go on date night or whatever, and this is consistent, this keeps happening. And when I get into a new relationship, I'm going to say, hey, you know, this is whatever, but I'm going to try to tweak it differently of how I did it before.
Exactly.
So because you're working, you're going to say, okay, babe, come out this night more. Or like, you know what I'm saying? To where you feel like we're spending more
the
time
same thing
together.
you said. The past is going to fix the future.
Okay.
And to piggyback off of that a little bit, I feel like when it comes to us men, a lot of things that bother us, we stay quiet about it. that we don't say
until it gets worse.
worse.
And then we
Yeah.
have to
So we.
tell you.
No, you know what?
And not
Tell
only
you-
that, no, hold on. Woman, no, a lot of times, women don't listen to us. A lot of times.
Not at all.
All right, you know who they listen to? The side man.
Yeah. They listen to anybody else
Or
but
your
us
single
sometimes.
friends. Or your
Maybe
single
not.
friends.
Yeah, me and the side man.
Right.
I don't know if because I study relationships.
No,
No,
but
but
you
it's
know what you
like-
are studying. You have to.
But I'm
How you study relationship? How do you study
I'm
relationship?
just saying, just being a podcaster, I listen to a lot of these things. Like I listen to a lot of professionals, and I know how to navigate. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like a lot of those
Listen to
podcasts
me.
anyway.
Listen
Well, no, I'm not saying that I use everything that they say, but when you get, it's like when you read books. It's like different authors have different stuff, and you take what you can to incorporate into your real life.
Right.
But I get what you're saying, that people, it does happen that way.
But basically what we're saying is a lot of times I'm proof that women don't listen is like you be going through something and she have our own thing going on. We are not gonna. You're more to tell us what's going on with you, and we
It's
sit
not-
there and listen.
And it's also because she said it earlier. Most women are a receiver.
Right.
So through them want to receive everything, them not have really time to listen because it's all about them.
Right.
And just because me being a man now, she just feel like, oh, he'll fix it on his own.
All right, you be okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Strong enough to do
I'm
it.
strong enough to do it.
So that's why most times when we try to have you try to have a conversation, like you literally, you're talking loud and you're trying to get it out, because if you don't get it out, it's gonna make you mad. So most times we literally just trying to get it out, and then you start to argue with me because I'm trying to get it out, and it's like, but why am I talking to you?
And a lot of
In a sense.
and a lot of times us as men, we try to express ourselves or speak about certain things. A woman see that's soft.
So,
Okay, so
Right, that's
right.
right, that's
okay, so I think it comes to the communication skill, right? Like the communication skill. Like, so for instance, if my dude tries to call me and tell me something's going on while I'm at work, and I don't feel like it's as important, he knows I'm at work. I know I can't give him my 100%.
But who is it not as important too?
Right.
No. I'm saying that because I'm at work and he knows that I'm busy.
Yes, I understand, but you're saying it's not important at the moment. But
No,
it's not important to you.
What I'm saying is that so let's say something happened to the house and I have to leave work. Like if it's not something that I have to leave work and it's not like dire, I have to communicate with him, like, and if it happens, he's like, babe, I don't feel like you're listening to me. I'm gonna say, well, when did you relay it to me, right? But communication skills come with, babe, I need to talk to you. Sit down. I need to talk to you. But if you're trying to tell me something in the midst of chaos and I'm not realizing that it's important, then that's where you're gonna feel like I don't care or the woman don't care.
But that's the difference with a man and a woman. You say if you call him, if he's in a busy state, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you call him and you be like, yo, I need to talk to you. Automatically, he's gonna be like, yo, give me a second.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. But that's the communication
because
skill.
no. Not only that, as he said before, a lot of women only see things their way. So because I'm a man, I'm going through something and I want to talk to you right now. Like I'm pouring out my shit.
Yeah, but
Sorry,
if you say
I'm
I
like-
need to talk to you.
No. But regardless of the fact, if I'm calling you to vent, it's because I need to talk to you right now.
Right, but
So,
you gotta state that it's
But I
important.
shouldn't have to say
You
that.
have
I
to
need
stay
to
because
call
guess what
you.
now? If I call somebody else now and them listen to me now, who you think I'm gonna be comfortable
Right.
with?
But what
That's
I'm
what we
saying,
gonna call and speak to all the time.
but what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
now let's say y'all are DJs, right? And you're going into a party, and I'm calling you, and I'm just, mind you, we're on the phone all the time. We're always talking, right?
All right.
And I call you, you're just on the way to whatever, and I'm talking to you, but I'm not telling you like this is really important for me, babe. I need you to like stop what you're doing and listen to me, like.
Yeah.
You're not gonna naturally do that. You're gonna probably be like, okay, let me make sure this computer thing. Yeah, I'm listening to you, baby. Da, da, da. What I'm saying is just the way you do it, the way you communicate. So if we have a date night, we go out on date night, we're face to face, we're talking, and then you tell me all these things, I'm gonna take it and it's going to be important.
Yes,
to
but
me.
that is
But that's
your
not-
comfort zone.
Right.
What I'm saying is just the way you should know.
Yes,
how to
I
do it with
understand
your
what you're
person.
saying, but I'm saying what
Yeah,
you're
but
speaking of is when you're comfortable to
Right.
listen.
But you know, feel like say if you and a person live together, you should be able to know how to pick it up.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you do, after a while, you should know. I know that I can't talk to him. I can't tell him something important while he's about to walk into this party right now. I know that he's not going to give me his full undivided attention.
No, but
My
he'll
girl
stop
knows say-
outside the party and talk
No,
to you.
my girl knows say if me say me I walk in at the party right now and it's important.
Then she will say it, baby. It's
No,
important.
not even that. She'll text me. Emergency. Yo,
But
bruh,
that's-
me soon come.
Exactly.
Walk back
But that's what
outside.
I'm
No,
saying.
but
It's how
guess what?
you.
But guess
Yeah,
what?
but when the table turn,
Right.
You don't
And it's
feel
time
like
to
Be like,
the
I'm
No.
woman
busy.
takes
No,
it in?
no, you're gonna be like, I'm busy. I'm gonna call you when I'm done.
Oh, that's not a good. That's crazy.
In most cases, that
happens.
happens.
90%.
Well,
For
what the
instance,
hell?
if
Type of woman y'all
all right,
dating?
so for instance, my girl I call me, like I'm in a party, she knows I'm in a party, but she's calling me automatically. That's important
I feel be important.
because
Yeah.
you
She
know
will know
where
when
I'm
we're
at.
there.
Man, yeah.
So if you're calling
Like she's
me,
calling over and over and over.
no,
Ha-
not even.
not even.
You're
That's
calling
when
me
you're
at
calm.
all.
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
So you know,
Yeah.
of
You
course,
can't be calling me
if
to
I'm
talk
going
to
to a party, you know what time the party done, you know what time I'm going.
Yeah.
So if you're calling me, it has to be important.
For a reason.
You don't have to call me 10 times. You just call me once
One
because
time.
you know exactly where I'm at.
All right. So
We gotta keep
we
it.
know we're kind of pressed for time, but we want to get into that topic real fast. So with the whole Diddy situation unfolding
Yeah.
online, a lot of people have them different opinions on it. My opinion is probably a bit different. I'm not
because he has a few.
the video that
The one
came
with
out,
Cassie.
Yeah.
we came out with Cassie. That's the main one. That's
Yeah.
the one everybody's talking about. And I have a few different opinions on it when it comes to this happened in 2016.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why is he coming out now? I'm not saying it's right. What he did was completely wrong, but a lot of people who has these strong opinions on him doing all of this, you know, a murderer. The same girls that want to date bad men, bad man, or you want to date drug dealer and gangster. So you mean to tell me a man killing somebody else is less than what you saw on camera? You're not hold the person accountable that's doing all these horrible things. Your father probably used to beat your mother. Did you malice your father? Did you cancel him? No. But guess what? Popular culture has made everybody attack people online and not looking to their own selves. All of this started happening with the whole Diageo situation, with the liquor companies and Revolt. All of this started happening right after that. Remember, this happened in 2016. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying, but he's a staple in our community. Now, they're allowing us now, they're pushing us now to attack him. If black people attack him, it's over with.
I think the reason why people are attacking him is because he denied it to his fans.
No, like I said, I'm not saying what he did was a good thing. I'm saying we'll look at it on the broader spectrum of things. You understand what I'm saying? We as men don't have time to reconcile with anything. Once you're done, you're done. If you realize there's no therapist in jail, there's no, they don't even let you read books like that in jail. You know what I'm saying? There's supposed to be rehabilitation. We don't have rehabilitation. You get locked up before, Juxxy?
Yes, man.
Have you guys just you see them get a library for read out that?
No, not really. The law library did it, but you know,
That's probably
I
it.
get what you're saying.
Right, but there's no real rehabilitation for anybody. If he should go get the help he deserves, does he get back everything he lost? No, because the damage is already done. If it's I know white men out there know we're probably in a same position as billionaires that did worse things than he did, but they're still in their position. You know what I'm saying? They're not stepping down from anything. But
how I feel about that though is once you're a billionaire, it has nothing to do with black or white, because they all are in the same circle.
Right. That's
So once you get to a billionaire status, everybody's now is no one color. That's all they see.
no, that is not true because the consequences that we face as black men, whether you're a billionaire or not.
Yeah, but you have
They
to
don't
understand.
have
No, but you
self-esteem.
also have to understand. You also have to
Yeah.
understand. In that aspect, who's more into the media?
So let me ask you a question. The status
Remember-
Puffy's on. He is. You don't think he should have thought about all of that first? Just
Right.
let it go?
What you mean?
I'm
As far
Puffy.
as
I have a lot
to lose.
to lose.
I feel like a part of all of this is
You don't think ego is in it?
I feel like, of course, I feel
I
like
feel like he's untouchable.
Yeah.
definitely
Facts.
because you got away with it for so long. You've been
That's what
in
I'm saying.
business 30 years.
So everything you're saying is right,
Right.
but that's why I blame him.
You should just let.
And not only him, is a few people that's in the industry that did stuff.
Yeah.
Because my thing is the reason why I'm not happy about it is that we don't. Jay-Z's probably the only one left who they don't have no dirt on like that.
But who said he didn't
And
do
and we're not saying he didn't do nothing. He just probably not his time was yet.
And
And
film timing.
and
Yeah.
if he gets
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
point, if he gets to the point where it threatens the power structure, they're gonna try to tear
But
him.
that's what happened. That's why I said.
That's
That's
why
why
you should know better. But don't give them nothing for your attack, me.
Right.
That's
But
why I
remember
said
that this is
when you
past
Yeah.
events.
But that's why I said when you get to a billionaire status, they're coming for you.
But what I
Especially
think is
when
that's not it. I think what happened is when you get to a certain status as a black man, right?
There you go.
That's
They
what I'm saying.
prop you up most of the time, so you have to push their agenda. Say
Exactly.
So most of these guys that get into that status, they already have stuff on you already. So if you should step out the line anyhow, they'll say, okay, we could take you off your pedestal whenever we feel like it. And most of the times, they're getting our own people to do it.
But that's what I'm saying. When they get to a billionaire status, there's so many people in that same circle where they did worse, but they have more power.
But
So
I didn't want to go that far into it. But basically, what I was going into was the abuse conversation, where we don't, as men, because we're men here talking today, right? We don't talk about the other side of that. You know, we're not saying
what could have happened in the hotel room.
No, hold on. I'm not saying not that situation per se.
Yeah.
I'm saying in general, right? A man, most times, a person will look at what happened prior to, because most times it's reflexes for us. If a woman spit on me, I don't know what my reflex is going to be.
Put it this way.
Or if a woman put her hands on you,
in this case,
or if you have a weapon.
in this case, that's
Put it this
premeditated.
way. A female should always remember a man is a man.
Yeah.
Right.
Most man doesn't want to be disrespected.
Right.
And no man want to feel less than a man.
Right.
So I'm not saying violence on no woman. Okay, she did some stupid crap. You slap her one time. It's not right. But okay, know yourself.
Right.
But the kicking,
No, that's what I'm saying.
Beating.
I'm not going into that specific situation. I'm just saying, generally speaking, right?
yeah, so generally it's like, to me, we don't know what happened. We don't know what she did. We don't know what she said. But come on, man.
No, like I said, I'm not going back to that. I'm just saying, in general, like, for instance, domestic violence situation, right? If you realize there's no laws for our advantage,
The man?
for the men,
Okay.
right? If the police show up, even if she don't live with you, they're taking you out of the house. That's the man, right?
No, not no more though.
Huh?
Not no more.
I know that.
If you have any type of
If you
scratch
got
on
more
anything like
bruises and
they
stuff,
take
yeah,
you
they
both.
take
Right.
both.
They're taking both of you.
Now,
Yeah, now they're kind of.
but most times you see a domestic situation, most people assume, even if it's not true, and a woman lie on you and say, "Oh, he hit me,"
Or there's no consequences.
right? Or even if it's a case where the cops show up, remember, I know I'm stronger than you. They're not seeing the point where you try to kill me with a knife and I had to knock you out. Now them come, you have a black eye, and I'm over here trying to, explain to you that, hey, she came up with a knife. All she has to do is say, oh, he's lying, and that's it.
No, that happen regular. It happen all the time.
Right.
But I think it's just a trend.
Yeah.
Life trend.
And I think I think it's a sense of power that people like, certain people need that is in domestic. They're the abuser. I think sometimes they feel as if they need to have a certain power over every single thing, and then it all depends on from trauma, because we don't know what Diddy's childhood was like, and maybe he feels like doing stuff like that is what makes him feel powerful, and so does other people, that even women,
No, I think with all of them, money's power. So whenever they do things, they feel like
Yeah,
they
there
can
you
pay
go.
their way out of it.
That stemmed from somewhere.
Well, it's other.
That coming from
What you mean?
somewhere, like
That-
childhood.
Yeah, that.
No, it's a childhood trauma, but when a lot of people
Think so?
feel like they can pay
Most
their
of
way
it
out
always.
Well,
most
people
of it.
that's not rich.
Most of the
puffy
abuse.
situation, or
In general, I think most abusive situations,
Most.
especially with men
Yeah.
that do it for, especially if he just disagrees with her or you feel like she disrespected him in some way, most of that come from
A childhood
Childhood
trauma. Some
traumas.
type of trauma to where they feel, because I know people that don't have money in regular life, men that don't have a job, they don't know how to deal with their emotions right.
Right.
They're not making the money, they don't see themselves where they need to be. The relationship is the only thing they feel like they have power over. Sometimes they go to letting that out
Out
of their
on the
person,
woman, yeah.
and vice versa.
I feel like it's also, remember, fear is power. So if somebody fear you, you got power over them.
right?
Yeah. true.
So a lot of men will approach a woman a certain way because they want the woman to fear them. And that's the thing. Them not body no. But if the woman fear you, she will take the beat.
Yeah,
But-
and that makes you feel powerful.
But that's what I'm saying. So power is what I would think that would be a thing for most men.
Yeah.
To make sure, say, oh, I'm the man in this house, so you cannot do anything to me.
I mean, on the other side of that, it's like I said, it's not just even power. It's literally it's a trend for them. It's a thing, because this is how I release, and if she's accepting it, it's a thing.
No,
And sometimes
it's
it's not, being able to manage your anger. Like you get angry, first thing a man, if you're angry with a man, most times we don't even know how to have conflict resolution. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to talk about anything. So it's probably the same thing with the man. Like you and your woman in an argument, the first thing you want to do is, because a woman can say things to get under your skin.
Woman is the aggressor.
Yeah.
No, enough man get slapped.
I can.
Yeah.
Enough man
And
get
a lot
punched
of
in the
times-
face.
A
I
lot,
won't know
of times,
about
a
it.
lot of times men will sit down, literally sit down and not pay you no mind. And you do everything just to get a response.
And women have
that a lie?
women have the
No,
sharpest
that's not a
tongue.
lie.
Okay.
Women have the sharpest tongue because she know exactly.
What to say?
I can tell you that growing up, I seen my aunt and her boyfriend fight a lot and get back together. And when I say fight, I mean fight to where the police and ambulance have to come patch them up, right? And growing up seeing that, and then living with my mom and stepdad and seeing just healthiness, I think how they say you stick to the negative more than you do the positive. For me, I stuck to that negative side of my childhood when I used to see my auntie fight a lot, and then once I got to like 16, 17, 18, and I was, actually having boyfriends, having sex, whatever, I would think that violence is the answer.
Right.
And I would.
So that's called trauma.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so that I know for me is stemmed, and then I had to learn that this is not the way to go because getting into one that was way too serious, I'm like, okay.
And that's the thing. You see what you just said? So this is what a lot of women do in that aspect. This is what a lot of women do. Them taunt you. Because they want they want that aggression. They want that
They
fight.
want it. Yeah, I
They
was a
want it.
taunter.
Yeah, it's like,
I was.
no.
Yeah,
That's not healthy.
I used to poke.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, when it
Talk the
gets to
truth
the point,
now.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I
when you
wasn't
get to
perfect.
the point now when the man actually can't take it no more.
Yeah, I used to be like, fight me. Yeah, fight me. Put the gun down and fight me for real. I used to be like that.
Yeah.
So now you see
So
what
when
I'm
him,
saying.
when him slap, you like it?
No, I'm fighting back. And
What if your lip is bust?
I'm still fighting. I don't. You
How
don't
you gonna
feel
feel?
nothing
How
when
you
you're
gonna
fighting.
feel the next day when you look at your face?
Then but that's what I'm saying. It got to a point where it had got really bad, and I'm like, this is not.
Did
This
you
is not it.
think you pushed him
And
to
I had
that
to-
point?
Yeah,
I
I
was
did.
you blame you.
You took the blame.
Okay, you
for
took
I
the
took the
blame.
blame
Okay.
because I know I pushed him, and I know
I
it's
think
because of my
I think that
childhood.
needs a round of applause.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people have to understand. People don't want to acknowledge that within themselves. They don't want to take accountability and heal that side of them.
So, all right, let me ask you a question. Do you think some of these men out here that's doing stupid things like that, do you think that stem from one of their relationships that they women actually like stuff like that? And now they feel like every woman is like that?
I mean, it can. I think it can.
It's possible.
Most men still for study them woman.
Facts.
We know what she like from what she don't like.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So once you
Like
know
now
what she
I'm a
like
gentle
and what she
butterfly.
into, cause some woman like it, a man for rough them up. Some woman like a man for taking charge.
Yeah, but when you realize that the woman like the rough up and you're not the type to give her the rough up, you leave
God,
that.
just
Like,
leave
why
it.
aren't you
Don't force
choking
it.
me?
Yeah, don't.
Like,
You know, that a bedroom she got.
No, let
no, but honestly,
bedroom she got.
honestly, some girls don't like that. They'll be
Yeah.
like, yo, like, they want to fight. Like, you're more on your box, man. I mean, I say,
That's crazy.
I'm like, nigga, I'm not the guy for you.
Yeah, that's
Because I'm not
wild.
going to do
No,
that. I'm never
You're
gonna
used
do
to that, yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
So
Stretch said earlier, most women love the badness. Them
Right.
just don't want the badness to reflect back on
On
them.
Exactly.
Simple.
that's all it is.
But
But
tell them like gunman and them
That's
the
it,
other man
yeah.
have to come in and put
Ooh,
the
child.
That's it.
That's not
we kind of
So you-
dangerous. to have
No,
a
honestly,
child.
sitting here speaking with her, you're intelligent. Your thing
different from a regular
different. So,
woman, yeah.
but can't even to attack you with nothing because you make sense.
Right.
But honestly speaking, there's a whole heap of woman out there.
Especially
right now,
this
the generation here is totally different.
All right, guys.
We need
So,
healing.
In closing, usually for the last part of the podcast, we ask our guests to drop gems, and each of us will just drop a line, some advice, whatever you want to tell the audience. In closing, it doesn't have to be about the topic; it could be about anything whatsoever. Just some encouragement, something. You want to start, Shane?
Yeah, I'll start. Because I've been thinking about it all day. Okay, so my final thought is be careful how you repeat cycles, because doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is deemed as insanity. So try not to repeat the same cycles, negative cycles. That
The
doesn't
negative
serve
side,
you.
okay. Improve on the positive.
Yes.
Juxxy.
Always learn from a mistake. Take accountability. Accept your wrongs.
That's major.
You understand what I say? Yeah, accept your wrongs, accountability, and just learn from your mistake.
And ego makes that hard for him, man.
Very.
Yeah.
And in any relationship, take your emotions out of it.
Nah, you're right.
It worked for me, you know.
Yeah, but in business relationships, I would
It
say
works
take
for
your
me.
emotions out.
Take your
You know,
emotions.
Stretch, you have grown.
Seriously.
So I'm going with them
You
two.
used to have- okay, talk about that later.
No. But I'll piggyback off of what you said.
No, man.
You're right. Like,
Take your
like,
emotions.
when you're
Emotions make you make a lot
when you're
of
emotional,
messed up judgment.
Instead of being level-minded, you're emotional.
I may ask you a question.
You can't
You
think.
love your mom?
Of course.
Real one. You love your girl, right?
Yeah.
Who would you stand up in front of if somebody was shooting?
I beg your pardon?
Somebody was shooting. Who you gonna stand in front of?
I don't know. To be honest with you. I
You know,
can't-
Stretch kind of tall, so he could probably.
say who you stand up in front?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You stand in front of your mom, right?
we don't know. To be
No,
honest,
hold on.
My mama.
You
That
stand in
ain't
front of
a
your mom,
question.
right?
That's my mother.
Could your mom set you off like your girl?
What do you mean?
Make you go crazy? If you ask your mom to do something like, Mom, could you go bring me some food? And she said no.
Nah, you probably gonna be like, "Mom, really?"
All right, but if you ask your girl who you doing so much for and she say no, how you might take that?
Yeah, you gonna be mad.
That's your emotions.
Yeah,
You love your mom more than your girl.
yeah. So
But
you're
your
not going.
emotions set you off.
Right.
That
That's deep. That's deep, dog.
That-
I ain't think
yeah.
about it that way. That deep.
And
It's not the love, it's the
We
emotion.
kind of agree there still, but
That's
Take your emotions out tight because if I say, Mom, could you cook something for me? Boy,
Why
go
would
from
you
yourself.
do it? You'd be like,
All right, mommy, I'll see you stay, man. And then that same mom call you back in 5-10 minutes. Go to the store for me. This rasu, man. But you going?
You're going.
Yeah.
Do that with your girl.
You're gonna be like,
what?
Yeah,
But
what?
I think that's why
You're right.
I don't want to
That's
get too.
definitely-
We don't want to get too far in that, but I feel like that's why it's hard for women to think logically because the emotion, like the logic and the emotions
less
don't.
emotions.
So that's why I said piggy off of what you
Less.
said. Like I didn't think
That's how I
about it. That way.
survive.
I didn't think about it that way.
Me love
But
my
you know,
mother
honestly
more.
speaking,
Yeah.
I'm like that
That's how I do it.
because I found myself like a lot of times people come to me and they'll say certain things and I'm like, I say you're not gonna piss me off today.
That's it.
I said if we know we're gonna talk, are we just gonna avoid each other? But I'm not mad at you. Bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
You gotta-
for me,
That's it.
Wait, did Brad do his final thought?
I know. I would just piggyback. But my final thought is like, as you said, learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And women, listen to understand. Don't listen to respond, because a lot of times you're responding, and you're not really hearing me. Like I'll tell you I'm hurt, but you just responding because of what you think is going on up here. You know what I'm saying? Just listen to understand sometimes. Don't just try to respond off the impulse. Just like get what I'm saying, because we don't open up. So when we do, just listen.
I think that's a good thing for like overall in life. Listen to understand.
mine is
Yeah, we know. We are talking in the relationship. with the man.
Yeah, no.
Listen.
Yes.
mine is stop smoke weed.
Fire for that.
That's a bun, man.
I can't smoke.
I feel like we should study healing more deeply as I would say Caribbean people. We go through a lot more when it comes to life itself, especially with black men. We go through a lot. So find healthy ways to deal with some of these things instead of acting out or distracting yourself with something or drinking or smoking or whatever the case may be. When you're healed, when you get to a point of healing, that's probably you're gonna live your best life at that point. Sometimes we're stuck in the miserable phase for so long that it becomes our norm. Like there's people who can't operate outside of chaos because they've never operated outside of chaos. From their younger, all they've been fighting through was this chaos. So it became their personality. So I would say go into the spaces where you go to find healing. You know, you live a different life when you find healing, and part of that is so much different tools out there. We have the internet now, so you can find so many tools to deal with your emotions properly, especially therapy. I encourage a lot of men to go to therapy. Don't go to therapy saying this is not working if you're not really being honest with yourself. Because a lot of people go to therapy and tell the therapist what they want to hear. That's something totally different. There's somebody you can fully open up to tell your deepest, darkest secrets
I
to.
told myself anytime I go to therapy, you're gonna be sick of me. 'Cause I'm telling you everything.
So
I'm telling you everything.
So I would say find healthy ways to cope with the things that's going bad in your life. You know, that's what I would say.
Get a village, man.
Protect black men.
Get a village.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yes, say it again. Say it again.
Protect black men.
Yes.
Anyway, take
We
us
need-
out.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, guys, that was another episode of the Student to Life podcast. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Comment what you think about this episode. And thank you guys for coming on tonight. It was a great conversation. Tune in for our next episode. See y'all later. Bye.
Deuces.
What is that camera, you know?